Prime Minister Modi has now written a letter to BJP Karyakartas. He's written this letter before the third phase of the general election. The Prime Minister has in fact talked to the candidates ahead of phase 3 of the election in that letter. So the Prime Minister Modi, they're writing a letter to all candidates taking part in the third phase of the general election, requesting them to spread a word against the regressive politics of the Congress and the India alliance. Prime Minister has urged them that their agenda must include attacking the Congress over reservations to Muslims. The Prime Minister there reiterating in that letter what has clearly been his campaign pitch in the last fortnight, where he has attacked the Congress party over reservation to Muslims by snatching it from the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and other backward class communities. So the inheritance tax is also something that's been talked about. So Prime Minister, they're writing a letter to all candidates taking part in phase 3 of the election. Maria Shakil joins us with the very latest. Maria, break it down for us. What does the letter say?
The letter is a very personalized letter that he has written to all the candidates, just as he did before the first phase and the second phase. So, there's a letter that has been written to Home Minister Amit Shah, because he's contesting from Gandhinagar, former Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, contesting from Vidisha, and all NDA candidates. And the big takeaway of the letter is largely in the last three paragraphs, Rishika, where the Prime Minister says that there is a campaign of sorts which is being run by the alliance and the Congress party, in which they are making it clear that the SC/ST reservation will be snatched away from them and it will be given to the religious minorities. So he essentially says their vote bank. He's highlighting that word as more of a vote bank. He uses that word. And then he says that this is a larger conspiracy of the Congress, and the Karyakartas or the workers of the BJP should go all out in communicating to the people rather effectively that this is what the larger sentiment is. Look, the letter being written 5 days, in fact, 7 days before the polling, because the third phase is on 7th. So there is enough understanding that the BJP is also feeling that issue of 400 par, or the slogan, is actually raising a lot of questions on the intentions of the BJP, with the Congress saying that it is to do with changing the constitution. So the Prime Minister reaching out to all the candidates, saying that they have to make it an effective communication, and to communicate to the cadres and to the people in general that it is a larger Congress conspiracy, that they want to snatch away the reservation which has been given to the SC, STs and OBCs and give it to religious minorities who they believe in as their vote bank. The second part of this letter, which is again an important part, is also of the rising temperature, which has led to an overall decrease in voter percentage. The Prime Minister communicating that this is an important election for the growth of the country, and hence the BJP Karyakartas or the workers have to go all out to ensure that their supporters come out and cast their vote.
Right. Maria, explain to us the politics of this letter, and most importantly, the timing of this letter. The fact that the Prime Minister hasn't felt the need to personally reach out to candidates in the first two phases of the election. What do you think, as someone who's covering this election from ground zero, what do you think, Maria, has changed from the first and the second phase to the third that's prompted this letter?
Rishika, look, before the first phase and the second phase also, the Prime Minister did write letters to the NDA candidates. But in those letters, this aspect of SC/ST reservation and the OBC reservation, which is being repeatedly asked to Home Minister Amit Shah, to other BJP leaders, that the Congress says that your larger intention is to change the constitution, and that's why that slogan of 400 par or 400 plus that you're looking at. So the Prime Minister, Home Minister Amit Shah, they have constantly been saying that this is a larger narrative war which has been started by the Congress party. In fact, during the course of a press conference also today, the Home Minister said in Guwahati that they have had a full majority in the last 10 years. So did they actually do or tinker with the constitution or the reservation? They did not do it. Look, what has happened is that this larger communication is actually having an issue for the BJP to counter, particularly on ground zero. When you travel, Rishika, there is this sense that you get in Maharashtra or in other pockets where people are actually worried because the Congress communications seem to have reached in several pockets in which they have, effectively said that there is a larger conspiracy. So now the Prime Minister realizing that this is a letter which has been written 7 days before the polling. So that 7-day gap is enough to counter the narrative of the Congress party is what the BJP feels, and that is the reason why that aspect of the letter of regarding reservation becomes most crucial.
Thanks very much, Maria, for joining us with the operative bit of that story. Prime Minister, they're writing to phase 3 candidates ahead of the general election, the phase 3 of the general election, highlighting, of course, what he's been talking about in his rallies, reiterating that they must do the same.